Hello and welcome again to our YouTube channel. In today's video from the Photoshop series, we are going to see how to quickly understand all the attributes of the flame advanced settings, and we are going to see how to implement this into a candle quickly and easily. So without any further, let's restart. We will add a new layer, Ctrl-Shift-N. On this our new layer, we will add path. How to add a path? We will come to the pen tool. We will select first the straight pen tool, and we will select from here path. And then we're going to draw a straight path. Okay. After that, we are going to add a new path, curvature pen path. Okay. Quickly, we are going to go to filter. I'm going to select my layer, make sure that my layer is selected. Then I'm going to filter, render, flame. We are going to start first with one flame along path, and we are going to make the width to 25, and we are going to go to the advanced directly. For the advanced, we'll start with Turbulent 0, Jag 0, Opacity 50%, 2 flames, flame bottom alignment as 0, normal, and we will select the first one, which is parallel. Okay, now to understand these settings, Turbulent, it gives a turn, like we are making a swirl turn angle. So if we change this to 100, you can see that you're having some, it is turned, your angle is your flame is turned, like twisted. If we return it back again to 0, and then I'm going to make jag. Jagging is making like distortions, or making like pitting. It's making like it's having wrinkles to your flame. So I'm going to make it to 100 also. You can see how it looks, your flame. Now the opacity. If you make the opacity to 0, it will disappear completely. If you make it to 100, you can find all the internal illumination is blended together and is like hot white from inside. So we will turn it back again to around 50%. After that, and I'm going to return the jag again to 0. Okay. Now we're going the flame lines, which is complexity. That's the number of the flames. All these settings we are using is going inside the algorithm of Photoshop to create the flame. We are going to the flame lines complexity. We can see here that it's built up of 2 lines. Here, because this is a straight line, it's beside each other. Here it's taking a depth to the inside. If I change this to 6, for example, now you can see that it's made up of lines. Okay, and you can see that it's here also it's making of lines to the depths. The shape of these lines and the relation, that's part of the algorithm used by Photoshop. That's this arrangement. If I change this arrangement to 1, you can see a total different view for lines, how they are arranged together. If you make a randomize, you will take off this arrangement, and every time you generate a new layer or a new flame, it will take a different shape, and this shape will be randomized. That's typical when you are making a lot of flames along a path, like for the firelight or something like that. We will deselect the randomize, and we will keep this to 1. Now we have seen the parallel lines. I'm going to return again this to 2, so I can understand it better. Now if I come to the flame shape, that's these 2 lines are parallel. I want to show one thing also, that's about the opacity. You can see the reflection here of the lights. That's depending on the opacity. If you increase the opacity, you can see that this reflection is decreased. If you decrease the opacity, you can see that this reflection at the bottom is decreased. I'll keep it again to 50%, around 50%. Then the flame shape, parallel means that the 2 lines making the flame, they are parallel to each other. Now I'm going to select to the center. You can see that they are coming close from the bottom here. Then if I say coming to spread is the opposite. You can see the effect is here and here. If I come to oval, you can see that taking an oval shape from here. And if I come to pointing, you can see that it's coming like a needle from the bottom here. One point we didn't check, which is the flame bottom alignment. If I increase the flame bottom alignment, you can see that these two lines, they are near each other from here and here. If I change this one to the maximum, you can see that this alignment is decreased completely, and here's the algorithm is generating a complete new thing that's based on the algorithm. So I'm going to turn again this to 0, and I'm going to keep it pointing normal, keep everything here as it is. I'm going to come to basic. Now we're having one flame along path. If I change to multiple flames along path, you can see that it's coming that here based on the length of my path. It's each one of them is 100 lengths. Width is 25, that is the width, and the interval between this flame and this flame is 100. If I'm going to change to another one, that's multiple flames one direction, you can see that it's all one direction. Direction is 90, around 90 degrees to the path. If I changed it to 0, it will be in the direction of the path. Multiple flames in the direction of the path. One direction, 0 is in the direction of the path. If I selected the path directed, this is 90 degrees to the path, and the angle is 0. And here it's 90 because this path is making like this, so that's 90 degrees to this path. If I select another one, which is multiple flames, various angles, you can find that it is typical to the one direction because the angle here is 0. If I change this to 90, you can see that it's coming in different angles, 90 degrees maximum between them. The last thing, which is we are going to continue this about, is about the candlelight. If I change this to candlelight, you can see that it's coming to a great candlelight, but it looks inverted, so I will accept it in this way. I'll make OK. I'll come a little bit closer so you can see more. Sorry. Then from here, instead of path selection, I'm on the pen tool, I will select the shape, so it will be converted to shape. I'll select the object selection tool from here. I'll select this flame, for example. Then Control J, it will come to a new layer. I will hide my old layer. On this layer, I'll press V to select it, then Control T, and I'm going to turn it 180 degrees, so it's coming in the right direction. Enter, it's accepted now. Now I'm going to add the wick of the flame. I'm going to use the line tool. I'm going to select it as black. That's a little bit reddish black if you like this color, and black from the outside. And I'm going to add it from here, for example. I need to bring the flame on top of it. I'll select them both and then center them from the top. Okay, now they are both selected, and I'll center them together. After that, I'm going to stay on my flame. I'll call this one the flame, so we know that this one is our flame. And then I'm going to select the eraser, and I'm going to decrease its opacity to around 20%, and I'm going to remove it a little bit here so you can see the shadows of the wick inside the flame itself. You can bring the shape one a little bit inside to the inside if you like, or keep it like this. It's up to you. After that, we are going to add the piece of the candle. I'm going to add an ellipse. Okay, this ellipse, I'll select a gray filling, and I'm going to select a gradient here. This gradient is coming from the gray gradient. So you can see it here on the grays gradient. It is this one. I'm selecting it. Then I'm going to duplicate this layer. So V, Control C, Control V. I'm going to bring it to the bottom. After that, I will add a rectangle. I'll try to make my rectangle the same width as these two layers. Okay, then F7 to bring my layers back again, and I'm going to center everything together. So I'll select the flame, select the last thing with the shape one, and shift, and then I'm going to V, press V to that they are all selected, and then they are all centered together. I'm going to select this, it's the bottom ellipse, so I'm going to call it ellipse bottom, and this one is ellipse top, and I'm going to bring it on the top here. And that's my rectangle. I need to remove this extra line here. I'll come to the eraser again, but to come to the eraser I need to rasterize the layer, so Alt L Z L, and I'll use an opacity of 100% for the eraser, so I can erase it completely. Okay. After that, while you're in the press V and bring it a little bit down, you will close the gaps that you had created. Now remaining one thing, I will come to the ellipse top. I will add one filter here, which is coming from the stylus that I'm going to impose. Okay, it needs to be converted to smart filters. You can see the effect of the impose. It's coming like this one, but I need, okay, and I need to bring the Vic on the top here. I'm going to select it and the flame and bring them down inside, and you can see now that you have a very nice flame generated totally in Photoshop. I hope you had learned a wealth of information today. Join our channel, activate the bell, follow our blog. You will find on the posts details for step-by-step details for all this procedure with exact settings, so you can follow them online. And let's see you in another video. Thank you very much.